Welcome to Riverside Optical Labs training video. In this video, we will talk about optimizing your second pair sales by using the Persona Office or the Persona Office Plus. The Persona Office is a very versatile lens, but can often create confusion. Let's examine the particularities of this lens to familiarize yourself with it. To understand how this lens works, we must first understand the principle of a prescription. Let's start with a standard prescription. In this example, we will use a distance prescription of +1, with a reading addition of +250. To determine the reading power, we must add the distance Rx with the addition. In our example, if we add 1 and 250, we get a reading power of 350. In a standard progressive lens, you would get a progressive change in power, going from distance to reading. Somewhere in the middle, you get your intermediate power. Now, let's use this information to talk more specifically about the Persona Office. The Office lens has two specific viewing zones. The bottom part is the reading power, and the top part is the intermediate power. The Office Plus design features an enhanced upper zone, which enables the wearer to experience clear vision out to an even greater distance. The lens offers an optimized reading zone, with a digression of power to the required intermediate focal point. Contrary to a progressive lens, this lens is designed to offer optimal reading, with the widest intermediate vision possible. The Persona Office is available in 3 easy-to-understand options. The Office 1 offers an intermediate focal point up to 1 meter. The Office 2 offers an intermediate focal point up to 2 meters. And finally, the Office 4 offers an intermediate focal point of, you guessed it, 4 meters. To help us understand further, let's go back to our initial prescription. With all 3 different designs, our starting point is the same. We start with the +350 reading power. With the Office 1, we want our focal point at 1 meter. We will digress the appropriate amount of power to get to this focal point. In this example, we use a 0.75 diopter digression for the Office 1. This means we have deducted 0.75 diopters from the reading power to get to the intermediate power required. The same calculations are true for the Office 2. In this case, to get to a 2 meter focal point, we used a 1.25 digression. Finally, with the Office 4, to get a 4 meter focal point, we use a 2 diopter digression. It's important to mention that the digressions used with the 3 different options are not static. These digressions will vary, depending on the design ordered and the addition power. Now that you are familiar with the notion of digressions, let's talk about how to fit the Persona Office. To optimize your success with the Persona Office, here are the appropriate fitting guidelines. Unlike a progressive lens, you never take the pupil height measurement. The Persona Office should always be edged at half of the B measurement. For example, if we have a B of 40 mm, the lenses should be edged at 20 mm. If you order the lenses with a pupil height, in this example, 28 mm, part of the intermediate section will be edged off in the lens, and the lenses will not have the desired results. Frame selection is crucial for the success of the lens. First, you will need to use a frame with a minimum of 30 mm depth. A smaller frame will not give enough room to get the full power needed. Then, you want the pupil to sit correctly in the frame. Whether the eye is too high or too low, the patient may experience issues and simply not adapt to the lens. Ideally, you want the pupil to be 5 to 9 mm above the halfway point. This will highly increase the success of the lens, and as a result, you will have a happy patient. It's now time to order the Persona Office. The easiest way to order the lenses is to choose between the three options: Office, 1, 2, or 4. To choose the correct focal point, discuss with your patient. Determine what the lenses will most likely be used for. This information will help you to pick the proper design for your patient's needs. You may also order the Persona Office by customizing it with the powers that you require. To do so, you will need to give us the transposed prescription. Let's see the difference between a regular and a transposed prescription. With a regular prescription, you give us the distance power, then the addition. The transposed RX simply means that you give us the reading power and the digression you require. If you still have doubts about your order, feel free to call Riverside's customer service. They will happily help you through it. Whether you choose method 1 or method 2, you need to include the near PD to your order. Finally, in this last section, we will see how to read your Persona Office invoice. We will concentrate on two specific areas of the invoice: the RX data and the verification data. In the RX data section, you are seeing the transposed prescription. You see the reading power and the digression used. In the verification data, you will find the powers you should read in your lensometer. In addition to the reading power, you will also find the intermediate power. Before we finish, let's quickly recap what we talked about. The Persona Office is available in 3 different options: Office 1, Office 2, and Office 4. Never specify a pupil height. The office is edged at half of the B measurement. Frame selection plays a major role in the success of the Persona Office. Make sure you have a minimum of 30 mm depth, and make sure the pupil is adequately placed within the frame. Finally, when you verify your invoice, keep in mind that the prescription has been transposed. There you have it. You now have all the necessary information to successfully dispense the Persona Office. We hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions about this product, please communicate with your Riverside sales representative. Thank you for watching.